What's up, everybody? Today we are going to be replacing the fuel filter on this is a 2022 Chevy 2500 a Duramax diesel with the 6.7 liter. And the fuel filter, we're just going to look at the side of the truck. Right where this back passenger door ends is right about where the fuel filter is. And we're going to be using a 36mm socket. I'm sure they make special fuel filter sockets. I happen to have an axle nut socket set, and that's where I have my 36mm socket, and it will work just fine for getting that fuel filter out. Release some of the pressure. The tank, it's just in front of the fuel tank here. There's the fuel filter. It's got the nut on there, so we'll just twist her out. Make sure you get your pan under there. Cracker free. It's a pretty easy job. You know, you don't have to be scared to bring it into the shop. You can save yourself some money by doing it yourself. You get to the point where you'll loosen it up, but then you'll be able to just undo it by hand. And it's gonna be a little bit of messy right here, so not too bad. Just pour it out. Take the filter out of the housing. Right there. All right, we got our filter housing here. We got our new filter. There she is. And they give us a new O-ring. So we're gonna prep. Oh, plus there's a little O-ring. Where does that go? Yeah, don't get grass in this thing. Get a rag. Get the old O-ring off of there. Just get a pick. Just get behind there. Like that. I try not to damage the old part on the off chance that the new part doesn't work, it's torn, whatever else, and you may need to reuse the old part. Most of the times you don't need to, but there is an off chance. There's been times where I have had to reuse the old one. So as you can tell, the old one, the rubber, it's a bit worn. I can tell this rubber's newer, so it's got much more spongivity to it. I don't know, whatever word you want to use. And you always want to lube. So I'll just get some oil on my glove here. Lube it up. I just use my fingers. Just go around. Make sure the O-ring gets in this groove right here. Right there. It looks like this just snaps in there. Like so. Lube that O-ring. This is where our other O-ring goes, right on the shaft here. So we'll replace that. I just get a pick and just pick it out of there. There we go. Grab the O-ring from the bag. Yeah, I just use my fingers. Just start on one side and move down. Make sure your mounting surface is nice and clean. Some oil. Make sure that O-ring is lubed. We'll throw the filter in there. And I always start it by hand. Put it up. All right, and then just get her as tight as you can by hand. Remember, it's a plastic housing, rubber O-ring, plastic threads. It does not need to be tight. It does not need to be that tight. Just snug her down. I just put my wrench on there. And then once you run out of room, you're out of room. That's it. No need to, don't crank on it. It's plastic threads. You're done. That's it. Just take some carb or brake cleaner and clean off any excess of the diesel fuel. I always like to keep everything clean. That way you know when something's leaking. You know, and then when somebody looks at the work you've done, it doesn't look like you made a mess. You know, it's about taking pride in your work. Fuel cap back on. All right, let's see if she starts. So we replaced the filter, so there might be a little bit of you know, a little bit of air in the fuel line. We're just gonna cycle the key, have it on. She runs.
Good job, bro.
All right, let's change our filter light here. Moving this little dial right here. Fuel filter life. Check to reset. Check is just holding down this little center piece right here. Are you sure you want to reset? We'll scroll over to yes. Maybe we gotta shut it off. All right, turn the key on. We're gonna reset the oh, there it goes. Fuel filter life 100%. So we got it. So you hold down reset, click yes, and then you, I guess on this truck, you gotta restart it.